Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Art Life with John and Bogdan.
Hi everybody, welcome.
Well, I think it's coming back.
You know, I don't know. We're talking about COVID and the, there are all kinds of new restrictions being discussed for the Delta variant, and we were just talking about over breakfast how would we do if it came back, if we had the same kind of closures we faced before. And I'm not sure we could make it again. I mean, we only survived because we were able to get one of those emergency loans from the Small Business Association, and that really saved us. And I don't know, what we observed then was that anyone who had a good based web-based business and was making money online, they didn't suffer at all. In fact, some of them report that they actually did better in 2020 than in 2019.
I think we really increased the marketing strategies on social media platforms. Mm-hmm. We are very active. We show the world what we're doing, what we have created, what is for sale, what we're working on.
And we've started doing this vlog and the blogs and the podcasts, and we've really been putting ourselves out there on social media outlets. And that absolutely, I think that the marketing has gone up, 400%. But sales have not followed.
But stay with us, like this video, subscribe, and really push that notification button if you want to see more of our productions. And we'll continue the subject in just 1 second.
Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way.
So back to our discussion about marketing versus advertising versus
public relations,
publicity,
right?
And
PR. Yeah.
So those are three components that everybody refers as marketing, but yet they are very different, right?
Well, I see it as marketing is the umbrella, right? Marketing is all of those things, and we have been really working on marketing in general, and that's been good. But it hasn't affected sales. And I think the missing component between marketing and sales is advertising. And we really haven't done much advertising.
We tried in the past years boosting and promoting various services on Facebook with not a lot of returns. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm kind of stepping on ice when it comes to spending money and how I spend money on marketing. But now I think I'm at the point that we need to get further, and we need to really think this seriously. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly the strategy, but we're working on.
Well, yeah, and so what we're doing now is trying to firm up how are we going to approach advertising. One venue is to actually take each piece of art that we create and attach some sort of some sort of advertising campaign to selling that piece of art. I'm not sure we're ready for that yet. I mean, that's a goal, I think, but I think right now what we should be doing is spending time and money on advertising our web presence, because what we're really hoping to change is the number of people who visit our websites and therefore hopefully buy things on our websites. But maybe we just take that first step to say, let's advertise and get more traffic to each of our websites.
And we do have plenty of work to sell, because if you don't have a lot of products to sell, maybe it's not worth going crazy on marketing, right?
Well, yeah, you don't want people to show up and then
you don't have
really nothing for them to buy.
You run out of things.
So, I mean, to me, the good thing about taking this kind of approach is it's easily measurable. If I'm going to be spending money on advertising, I will be able to track my success by the number or the increase in the number of people who are visiting my website, and presumably sales as well. Though I'm not sure those are the same thing. I mean, I can be very successful in getting people to my website. That doesn't transfer into making sales.
What else? I think, quite well in market myself on the social media platforms. I have a lot of videos, I have a lot of clips, a lot of likes, and the reels on Instagram are going crazy these days. I'm putting a video, in the next 5 minutes there's like 1,000 views.
Wow, that is so amazing to me.
To me, for 30 plays or 30 views of a videos in a regular post versus 1,000 views, it's quite different.
Right, and I mean, we were talking too that just the getting your head around the fact that in an hour you had 1,000 people look at your content. Mm-hmm. If we got 1,000 people walk through the studio, not buy anything, just visit the studio, we would be over the moon excited. If I got 50 in an hour, that would be overwhelming.
Yeah, you can't bring these many people over on a organized exhibition.
Right. Now that doesn't mean they're spending lots of time, et cetera, but getting your face, getting your product in front of that many people is golden any way you look at it. But it's not easily measurable, and it doesn't transfer necessarily to sales.
So here where we are today, working on updating the websites with everything we have, reorganizing the platform so that it's easy searchable, and it's friendly for collectors to look and browse the artwork we create, and keep updating and putting out good content on social media. And then the next step is really paying for market those.
Paying for advertising campaign. Yeah, and so last night we sat and we looked at some of the free online website evaluators.
Oh, those are great, yes.
It's interesting because we both have worked a lot on our websites, and we both got, like 60.
So you guys can do that yourself. You have a website.
We can put them down in the...
Just go to Google and Google what?
Website checker.
Website checker. And it wasn't great. Mine was 62% of SEO. I don't know what exactly that means, but this is my homework for the next week or so.
Mine was like at 61, and I made one change they suggested, and it jumped up to 70. Take it with a grain of salt, but it does give you a window into what your website is doing and some concrete things you can do to make changes.
And I have to say that a lot of that language sounds to me like Chinese.
Oh, it is frightening, yeah.
But you know what? There is a dictionary for that as well. So.
Right. What I like about it is most of them will say blah, 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 a bunch of words I don't understand. And then there's a button that says, here's how to fix it. And so that makes it a little bit easier. Just keep doing it until you can get that number to go up.
Well, I think it's time to show everybody what we've done so far, what we're working on, and show you our art life. Hey guys, when I told you that I work in the studio, I'm not joking. I really do everything in here. And as a matter of fact, I have days that look like this. An unbelievable mess. And guess what has gonna happen today? Today it's the cleaning day. It is such a disaster sometimes that I cannot focus, I cannot find anything On Friday last week, or Saturday actually, I mounted and framed a few photographs, and I could not find the cutter. I could not find the tape. It's like, I just had it in my hand. What did I do with it? And it's like, no, I cannot function this way. It happens, and it's normal to have a messy studio when you're working all the time. But from time to time, it's good to have things in order because you cannot function. I cannot function. So this is what I'm gonna do at the very first part of the morning: clean this puppy up.
Hey guys, I was just going to report out that we were speaking about the need for advertising and what really the recommendations are by, let's say, the Small Business Association. And I did the research, and in fact, it's as I remembered it. It's about 7 to 8% they suggest that you spend on advertising as a small business from your gross sales. If we made $50,000 last year, before all the bills and everything, the gross intake, that would mean that we would need to be spending, $4,000 or $5,000. $5,000 would be 10%. And I think they said that generally, though the recommendation is 7 to 8%, that most small businesses spend between 3 and 5%. So even at 5%, we should be spending about $2,500. And so what we've actually spent, and I mean, it's only the 8th month, so we're not finished with the year, but so far we have spent $250 all year. And that's all been on print media, running some kind of group ads with other artists in a local luxury magazine, but not even in the print magazine. This is the e-blast. So it doesn't, how many people actually see it, who knows? It goes out to a lot of people. We've noticed no difference in sales, no sales attributable to that kind of marketing. The conversation then becomes, well, what kind of advertising, paid advertising, is actually the best for small business artist companies like ourselves? And, is that print media? Probably not these days. It's probably Facebook and Instagram, social media campaigns. We've done zero paid advertising. And we've been doing lots and lots of content consistently and supplementing that now with more and more video. But no, we're woefully underspending in advertising. And I would assume that is one of the most core realities that you have as a business person, is that you're going to have to advertise. Anyway, just wanted to catch up. That's what I checked out on our own business, and so we'll have to do some more thinking about how then do we. Let's say we're going to spend $5,000. How are we going to split that up, and how are we going to know if our advertising is actually paying off?
So what's important? You know what I had in my mind? We paid the rent $1,000 for these studios.
$2,000.
I mean, for 2 studios, $2,000. But I'm thinking now, what would that look like to get rid of the studio, or one of the studios, and put that $1,000 into marketing? If you put those money month by month into a aggressive marketing campaign,
wouldn't that get you further?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it also occurs to me that, we have 2 studios for around $2,000. For $2,000, we could probably get our own place, rent our own space.
Yeah.
Now that would have other expenses and other, we get a lot from being in Sawyer Yards with other artists, and so I mean that counts for something. There's parking. There's
That's that, and I cannot.
So that has a value.
Exactly. I'm not talking about that side, because if you give up on a studio in an artist community like that, you give up all the exposure to other artists, and all the interactions goes away. And
well, you had 2 people who came in who were talking to their interior designers, and they said, "Go over to Silver Street and find some art." Now that wouldn't happen if we weren't there.
right, but that happens rare.
Yeah, that's true. It happens rarely. Yeah.
I'm always at the point that to invest $2,000 for the next 2 months in an aggressive sort of campaign and see what that brings back. If it really works, then maybe we take a next step. If it doesn't work, well, we already spent waste a lot of money on other things, and we'll take this as a loss.
The question I would have is a couple of months long enough to notice a change? Would we notice it that quickly?
Well, we weren't gonna do this by of ourselves and make it a real
campaign.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not just boosting here and there, wasting hundreds of dollars for nothing. Just hire somebody that have a clue about all this online marketing, and see where can we push the websites, because really what happens on the online platform is the website, and that's
right.
your selling point.
And
that's your store.
With the exception of Lauren, my niece, I don't believe I've ever sold anything off my website.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I sold one piece to a friend a long time ago, and that was it. And a very inexpensive one. And I don't mind if it's expensive or inexpensive piece. Every sales that I've done are through the studios.
Mm-hmm. And in both those cases, they knew who we were, and they came looking to buy something, and it was there and available, which is great. But I guess what you're saying is we don't have enough people looking for us to make use of our webpage.
Because I have to say, when I see art marketing campaigns from artists on Facebook or Instagram, it's something I check on them. I click on that. I wanna see what they sell and how everything looks like, because I'm in the same business and I want to learn from others as well. And they're just like mine. I mean, I don't see any difference in the websites comparing with mine, except they are popping up on my timeline. So other people, if I clicked on that, I'm sure another 1,000 people click on that. Cool. So this is what in my mind,
a new project
so far, and I'm happy to share it with everybody. And if you guys have another idea, share it with us and leave a comment.
Because there are people who are killing it online.
I know there's a lot of artists and websites, art websites that, like you said a few episodes ago, register a huge amounts of sales during COVID and after the COVID, and but we're not there yet. We're doing something wrong. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know that we're doing something wrong. It's just that there's additional things we have to do.
Anyway, as soon as we sort these things out and find more what the marketing campaign takes, we will share it with you guys.
Yeah, let's start a plan.
I'll see you in a bit. So here I am again trying a new sculptural piece, and this one I started some time ago, but I never had the chance to move forward because of so many other projects that came my way. So this afternoon I got to sit for a while and keep going with this piece. So what I've done so far, I applied some shades of gold leaf to bring me that luxurious past in the picture, and from now on I'm going to build up on adding some layers of cement, some paste, some color, some acrylic, add the 3D elements on top of it, but as you know, it's step by step, it's a slow process. I'm working on paper and everything has to wait to dry and sit for a while. So stay with me and I'll show you step by step the process of this piece. This evening I am at the Silver Steel Studios for the open reception of Hatsiri Baron exhibition. It's a beautiful exhibition and the paintings are absolutely amazing. The colors she uses are just brilliant. Let me show this exhibition to you and appreciate Hatsiri's work. Tell me about your exhibition. How is it called, and what's the inspiration?
Okay, so my exhibition is called Summer Comments, and as the name says, it's inspired on color. So I'm a huge I'm a huge stone lover. So labradorite and all those natural like granites and marble and all of those stones, they have such a beauty that inspires me, and so a lot of my paintings are abstractions of those visuals that I see.
It's the end of the week and I had a productive day. I catch up with 3 more pieces of the lidicotite embellished, individual embellished prints. So these are 10 in a series. They will be uploaded on the website very soon. And I just completed 3 more this morning, afternoon. And they were really beautiful. They are very similar yet very individual and very unique in a way. So let me show you up close. So those are the prints. It's gold leaf applied manually on the gilet print. I think they look pretty good. They are collectible at this point. I think they are beautiful, and they're only gonna be 10 of them like this. Anyway guys, if you like them, contact me. Otherwise, please check my website. Next week they will be there for collectors. Okay guys, I hope you got a great amount of information. I hope you got inspired of what you've done this week. So anything else at the end?
No, just if you have any tips and tricks, anything that we could learn that you've already experienced, please share that in the comments, because it would be great news for everybody.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye guys.